Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwolu has described the new development plan of the state as well thought out following the economic strategy. The governor, in a strict stakeholders meeting organized by Nigeria Employers Consultative Association, said the plan, which will run for the next 30 years, will further improve the economy of the state. iBrandTV senior reporter Iboje Ikoria has details of this report.
Stakeholders at a public-private partnership pre-Egbeti stakeholders engagement meeting, Governor Babajide Sanwolu said the Lagos State 30-year growth plan is to chart the path for a sustainable socio-economic growth in the state. The governor said the plan is to set Lagos as one of the biggest economic hubs and cities of the world.
A tiny little state in our country, our size is less than 0.4% of the total land mass of this country. Of that 0.4%, one-third of it is water. Driving through the island, you can see water on left and right. It's something that we needed to be able to, put as part of our package in our development plan, right? And Lagos continues to remain home to all of your businesses largely, and it's the commercial economic nerve center. You know that Lagos is the melting point of our country. It's not just called Center of Excellence for free, it's also because it has provided a lot of opportunity for Nigerians, and foreigners alike. But also Lagos has its own challenges. We're a coastal state as well. So how do we present, a best in class with even some of these challenges that we see, as a state? And so that's why, we're having this very big, robust development plan. Right? But also, how do we get our citizens, our various stakeholders, to sit with us and to understand what our challenges are, what the problems are, and let us judge and to see how we can collectively, solve the problem so that we'll have what we call different people taking ownership of different things.
While feeding questions from participants at the event, the State Commissioner of Economic Planning and Budget, Mr. Samuel Egube, said though it will cost much to implement the plan, the cost is not going to be on taxation, but on investment.
Our micro businesses probably constitutes nearly 80% of what we call micro, small and medium-term enterprises. And the idea around the plan is to migrate micro businesses to small businesses and small businesses to medium-sized businesses. The impact once you make a migration from micro to small is extremely significant. So you see in the development plan where we want to grow the contribution of our SMEs to about 10% of total enterprise contribution. Today is very far from that, and the aim is to position Lagos among emerging economies around the world, right? So that's exactly what we're doing. To do that, you need to support them with know-how, you need to support them with a lot of training, you need to provide advisory services around them, you need to allow them access single-digit low interest rate, and keep them in an environment that the riskiness of operating in that environment is generally low and getting better.
On his part, President of the Nigeria Employers Consultative Association, Mr. Taiwo Adeniyi, called on the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwolu, to consciously implement economic policies that survive the private sector in the state.
To be honest with you, it's excellent. It's excellent if we have, the will to now follow it through is what is our challenge. And we are only hoping that governance will continue. If you dare have a change, then that's where you're going to have an issue. So if, for instance, we have it continue, then we're good to go. We are here, always ready to work with government, and we hope that they will see it that way and continue to work with us.
Some participants at the event and the Director General, Nigerian Textile Manufacturers Association, Hama Kwajafa, also made their complaints known to the governor.
Honestly, even if it's even difficult to source for your uniforms as a supply to us, because it's difficult now. Chinese are bringing substandard goods and they're selling cheaper, and they're outsmarting us, and our high cost of production is totally very high. It's unassuming. So now how do we cope? We cannot sell, and our cost of production is high. So something got to be done to the textile industry, because we don't want to be facing workers every time. When you come to retrenchment, when you come to closing, when you come to having problems, you'll be running to the workers to reduce the number. And it's not good. So we're trying to see what we can do very well, basically, for the companies to come up. Even if we can have an access to small market, even if the local state government can give us a supply of their uniform to schools, and any other kind of towels and even t-shirts, we'll be able to produce for Lagos state government. So if you have such a market like that, we'll be able to raise some revenue for manufacturing.
There will be a lot of job creation, and as you've heard, there's also an expectation to also grow some SMEs. SMEs is the backbone of every economy in the whole world. So with what the Lagos state government have in plan, the only issue we think that might be a challenge is the implementation.
The pre-Egbeti stakeholders engagement was attended by MDs and CEOs of over 100 companies and private businesses from within and outside the country. IbrandTV reporting for iBrandTV News.